Okay, welcome back. We're making another hanging bottle lantern. We are painting. This is going to be Gecko. It's not no particular type of gecko, kind of amalgamation of, geckos are what my brain likes to make me think they look like. Like when we get to, not just color, shape, they're pretty widely varied. Right? They come in all different shapes, colors, and sizes. That's what we're going to go with. I thought the ones around here were like tokay or leopard, maybe but like not German. I don't know. They're Turkish. That's it. I don't know. But this one ends up being really neat. But yeah, we start out drawing lines. This is a good example of, if you don't like it, you can wipe it away or you can just wait for it to dry, and you come back and just peel that bit off, cut it. Yeah, get the gecko and some big green leaves like Monstero or whatever big, just kind of generally big like tropical sorts of plants. You can see me doing it. Geckos are neat. They come in all colors and sizes, and they walk on anything, even like upside down on glass. Crazy monsters. Okay, I'm gonna keep or you're going to keep watching me draw all these weird little kind of just random plants. A lot of this I think is more just going for like the shape, size, and suggestion. Yeah, that's it. Like the idea or look, or what does the kids say? The vibe or the feels of what we're going with the leaves and stuff. Not necessarily anything too in particular. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. We'll talk some more. You just keep watching and enjoy. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to know more about the fuse look, so I painted the base in white, although by the end of this, you'll see, I end up with way too many layers. Like, it still looks pretty good, but I think I should have, I don't know, you learn as you go. If I ever do another one, will use less. I still like using the white underneath. Yeah, we're just going on, and we'll paint the white underneath where the gecko is. Every time I look at this, I forget I gave him kind of flabby arms. You draw it, you determine what gender or sex you want your gecko to be. I don't know why in my head most lizards in them, I think of them as male. I don't really know. Maybe, yeah, no idea. Oh no, every now and then you see a gecko or like an anole or other lizard. Oh, that's a pretty girl. Yeah, that's it. And then I go back, and I do the leaves. I think I just leave the leaves in the pool. Talking has gotten hard on that. It happens sometimes. Trying to rush myself, maybe. Just take your time and slow down. We can all learn from this. That's one thing I like doing with these glass paints is, you have to stop. I think that's what our guy randomly says about these watercolors. As you paint, you eventually just have to stop and let stuff dry, walk away, and work on something else, or nothing at all. Watch your isekai animes about people getting turned into washing machines and sent to dungeon worlds. Those are fun, and some of them anyway. But yeah, so we're just gonna go through. I'm using I think the top of that was lime green. I think this is the Kelly green. Probably break out the ivy green here to make browns and stuff. Basic colors on the leaves, but also not with the white. So it just kind of appears, it just comes straight to more transparent. I do find it interesting on some of these colors have their own opaqueness. There's the really light blue. And then what is it? Not the citrus yellow. Yeah, those are both there that have that same opaqueness. I've slowly learned. But anyway, yeah, we're just gonna feel it. I'll be back in a minute to start work on the gecko itself. Okay, you keep watching. I'll be back. Okay, now I'm feeling in the background. I kind of want like red, orange, sort of sunset or sunrise. I think it gives it kind of nice tropical feel. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna start working on the gecko. Start the eyes. I start with the what is it? Yellow, mixing a little bit of brown, so I kind of mix it up. I'm still working on figuring out a good way to do eyeballs. And now we go in with purple. That's the more reddish one. This time I'm not just doing dots, I'm kind of doing dots in mine to give it more pattern and shape on it. Then once I get past head, I start doing bands and stripes and stuff. You'll see how this all works. And just take your time, what is it, Zen Doodles and Zen Sky? Never really, I want to, it sounds interesting. I think I've done it without knowing it. I think most people. But yeah, we go in, I lay this in as the first color. And then I'll go back in here in a minute with the next color. Another thing I do want, here we go. So, originally I'm going back over the eyes, but originally with the eyes I used what is it? The liquid leading. Oh, today I just not able to talk. But anyway, that's what I started with. I decided to go back over with the black. And you can see I'm using the violet purple, the cooler purple for, around closer to these spots. We'll do some more colors. Yeah. I think the next time if I do another one, instead of if I do the white underlays, which I do like when I'm doing animals like this, it helps separate them from the background, but more than just the contrast of color. What I'll do is I won't do the eyes with the white. There we go with the amber. Love this color. I need to get more. I really like this. I end up using quite a bit of it. Anyway, see, so that way the eyes themselves will really shine. Also, I think they may make a pearlescence or not to have the glitter, what's the pearlescent or opalescent. That's what opalescent, something prismatic with a different sort of shimmer maybe. We'll see. We'll see how that works in the future. Yeah, just going through and feeling it. And, the white spots I'll feel it. Although I'll still leave a few, I think. Okay, you keep watching. I'll be back in a minute.
Richmond, Virginia, the story starts 1848 on the Ides of March. Jackson Merriweather, born into the tether, to work the land and never live to see a dime.
Okay, right now I'm cleaning up, just getting towards it. I'm cleaning up some bits on the eyes and on the bottom. I'm filling in some of this green to fill in some of this space that I didn't fill in quite. I think it's mostly space in between these. And then here in a second, here is the red. I know I mentioned it earlier. I'm starting to wait, did I use it? I did. I'm also pretty sure that's the real red. First with the other one. Oh yeah, doing it more over the eyes. I guess I end up getting a good bit of thickness on top of the lizard himself. Yes, the real red, the ruby red. I honestly, once they're dry, I can't tell you the difference. I have had problems seeing differences in reds for a while. It's better than it used to be. Got really bad. I couldn't tell difference like reds and browns. I quit smoking. So, that helped, I think. Anyway, now I decided the lizard was too dark, so I used a bit of Snow White to help lighten him up. Once again, too many layers on top. Even though this is fairly transparent, I don't know. I think I could have started smarter. Although now that I think about it, no one else I could do. These colors just kind of end up these colors. Part of it's just my problem. I want it to look pretty with no light. As pretty and bright as I see it in my head. With no light or with light. Yeah, there we go. Fill that out. Then go back. All right. Okay, everything's dry. So what I'm doing now with the eyes, I'm using a bit of this UV resin. Very cold dome, like when you do like fish eyes and stuff. Fish eyes for like lures or what the taxiderm. They plant fish on the wall. And now we're just going to waterproof. I am careful, like going around the eyes. Because I don't want the brush strokes, really on the nice smooth domes they have, just from, gravity and everything. And then beyond that, with one like this where there's lots of melding and paint, like getting in all the nooks and crannies, but you also have to be careful not to get it too thick. That whole, set like 3 thin coats if you can. Because if it gets too thick in one thing, it never really seems to dry right. Instead of having nice, clear, shiny, you have like a white splotch. Then we start on candle holder. And I will say, I think this is not the last time I used these jars as candle holder, but the first time I end up not using one. Although, even though, as you can see here, I take time and I etch out using the cream, this little lizard guy, kind of to match. But then, I don't know, I didn't test it to begin with, but the yogurt jar doesn't fit in both of them. So I ended up doing wire wrapping. Okay, you watch this. I'll be back. We'll talk some more. Okay, so yeah, you can see I just went through the whole process, made whole thing, and then I went through 50. I'm like, oh, this doesn't fit the ball. So then I come up with you. Oh no, we're still not quite there, but yeah, I know we are. I've slowly but surely perfected my candle motif wrapping technique. This is early on, but I figure it out. It still works okay. These can still get a little bulky. The way I do it now seems to work really well. Some videos soon in the future, I think we'll get there. But anyway, yeah, so I wrap up candles, put topple, everything's waterproof now. And that's it, I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll be back again. Like I said, I'm gonna try for at least one a week, although we maybe another week or so before we get to next week. But we'll see. Okay, you have a good time. You enjoy this. We'll come back next time, do more of this, but something a little different. Okay, goodbye.